UB is a global leader in higher education when it comes to taking climate action. We are boldly working towards our goal of achieving carbon neutrality by 2030, the date our scientists tell us we must meet if we are to avoid the worst effects of climate change.
We are recognized internationally for our climate action. For decades, we have brought our expertise to bear on the complex challenge of climate change.
The work that is happening here is very exciting and really a model for our country. When we choose to invest in the natural talent and invest in our future.
It's really exciting that UB is expanding its solar program because this is a way that UB can lead by example in our community. And also it's a way for us to teach our students how they can implement this kind of action in the community.
The biggest project is the nearly 25 acres of solar panels at the UB Solar Stroll, just across from the North Campus.
These panels help us multiply our sourcing and renewable energy by about 20 times from where we were before we put these panels in.
And it doesn't just stop at solar. We are also working to transition our heating away from carbon-producing natural gas and towards electrification in Crosby and Foster halls.
We've installed in both of the buildings heat pumps as part of our heating and ventilation system. And the beauty about heat pumps is it's all run by electricity for both the heating as well as the cooling.
We are also engaged in a comprehensive study to overhaul the entire South Campus heating infrastructure to increase efficiency.
Part of doing all of these very historic old buildings, we're doing a lot of work around the building envelope too. Just kind of is a very layering effect, right? Like, by having good insulation in a building so that we don't lose cooling or heating out to the atmosphere. And then on top of that, you have new equipment that is much more efficient.
Getting around is also getting greener. In the last year, we have begun the process of transitioning our fleet of nearly 500 vehicles over to electric, with facilities, IT, campus dining and shops, and campus mail taking the lead.
I think that perception is reality. And I think that seeing electric vehicles on campus, seeing our faculty and staff utilizing them and supporting them, I think it sends a really strong message to the university and the campus and the community as a whole.
In addition, the university is also working to create our first centralized EV charging lot to provide critical renewable energy fuel for our facilities fleet.
For the Bean Center parking lot project, the ideal future situation would be upwards of 55 charging stations, each charging station capable of charging 2 vehicles.
About a third of our overall emissions are from our transportation, whether that's flights, automobiles, etc. And so, a big focus of our mitigation efforts are to reduce that. The changes that are being made in the travel policy are really designed to do exactly that. Number one, to track our emissions better, but number two, to give us ideas and strategies on how we can reduce those overall emissions.
Through our carbon pricing group, we see the University of Buffalo as being a contender and being a leader when it comes to travel and carbon emissions, and marrying the two up and being able to advance things at our university and across higher education.
For those emissions that we do not have ready solutions for, we are developing a strategy to leverage carbon offsets.
I think that carbon offset programs can be viewed as sort of a get-out-of-jail-free card. And really, it's a way that you can keep emitting greenhouse gases, knowing that you're investing in something over here. And really, what UB wants is to bring the two strategies together, to change behavior, have technical improvement, so that we're owning our responsibility to carbon neutrality, but then recognizing through things like air travel that we can't offset everything, so we need to invest in outside programs.
Using our knowledge of carbon emissions, we are taking a closer look at the way we grow, buy, and eat our food.
Recently, we've been able to achieve one of our climate action plan goals by being able to quantify the impact our food system has on greenhouse gas. Some of the things we're doing in partnership with campus dining and shops and our students is developing a food labeling system so that as diners eat in dining halls, they can make a more informed choice.
And it's not just what we're eating, it's what we're doing when we're done. That's where the new ROT stations in One World Cafe come in.
The ROT stations stand for Recycle, Organics, and Trash. They are a multi-stream waste system, and it allows the customer, when they kind of enter there, to kind of sort their own waste, and then on the back end for us to kind of divert the waste in different manners. Technically, it's all about choice. It's just showing you what can be done if you make this choice. Not saying that you shouldn't make that other choice, but what if you just made this choice once?
It's probably no surprise that UB is ranked among the top 10 universities in the world for climate action, but there's still progress to be made.
In Western New York, I think UB is the leader, right? I mean, we have so many wonderful minds in our researchers as well as our administrators. We can bring a lot of concepts to fruition.
You don't have to be an expert in one particular area. It's about choices, and educating people on those choices and giving options helps us all do our part.
Progress happens when people come together to solve challenging problems. Here at UB, we are working with one another to advance climate action and achieve carbon neutrality for UB and beyond.